Everyone, my name's Lindsay, and I'm going to tell you a story about how I found my cat Ivy. So, I was at work one day. I was walking out of the office for lunch when I saw some of my coworkers standing around a Jaguar in the parking lot. They were looking underneath the wheel well, so I stopped to see what was going on. One of my coworkers, Eduardo, he said, "I think there's a cat in there. I hear meowing." I laid down on the asphalt and I shined my phone's flashlight into the opening. I could see a pair of glowing eyes deep inside the vehicle. I reached in and I could feel all this oil covered fur. I tried to grab her, but she hissed and scratched me. So Eduardo started hitting the side of the car, trying to scare her out. And suddenly, a tiny black ball of fur fell to the ground and took off running. I jumped up from the asphalt and ran over to the bush behind the car as fast as I could. Behind it was a little black kitten staring up at me with these terrified blue eyes. I scooped her up and I took her inside to clean up all the oil. I washed her up with dish soap and then bundled her up in a towel. She just stared at me, shivering. I already had two cats of my own, so I tried to pawn her off to some of my coworkers, but no one wanted her. I took her home with me that day with the intention of taking her to the shelter the next day, but when I was about to go to sleep that night, I was listening to Ivy by Taylor Swift on my record player, and she stumbled clumsily up to my chest and curled up in the crevice right here between my neck and my shoulder. And she fell asleep instantly. She was a purr machine. So I reached over and I gently started scratching her tiny head, and I whispered to her, "Hi, Ivy. Welcome to the family."